tree. I'll take you around to the other side. Here's the box that it came in. So it's Aries. They're 3-inch round sidebars. I ordered them from Amazon, and it was filled by a company called Wonder Car Parts, and everything was in the box. Pulled it out of the box, lined it up, and we put this one on yesterday. I think it looks pretty good. And 2011 GMC Sierra. I just wrecked a truck and then bought this truck, and it didn't come with sidebars. Look at it, dude. We're gonna put sidebars on it. I ordered these from a company, I think it's called Wonder Car, W-U-N-D-E-R-C-A-R. They are Aries 3-inch Nerf bars or side steps, whatever you want to call them. And we pretty much don't have very much mechanical history or experience. I've never really done a bunch of this stuff, like little things growing up or whatever. But it's just kind of to show you, if I can do it with the tools that I have, which is one of those little socket sets, probably anybody can do it. The first two things that I definitely recommend are, well, it's the easiest thing. They didn't, the Nerf bars didn't come labeled driver or passenger side, so the easiest thing is to just go under the car and lay down and see where the 3 mounting bolts are, and then carry one of the bars under there with you and hold it up and see which. It only works one way because they're offset on the center one. So you hold it up and you see if it's the right way. We already put the other one on, so this one's a little bit easier and a little bit faster. And then the other thing that we didn't do for the other side, but that we did for this side, which is helpful. Oh, where's the bolt? Oh, it's in his hand. Was like the last time we put the mounts on, and then we held it up under there and we started to thread these, and they were difficult to thread to get through the coating or something like that. So we just pre-threaded the bolts this time, and we're hoping that'll make it an easier install. Here you go, Owen. Oh, and the other reason for doing this video, damn it. The other reason for doing this video is that in case I do something wrong, if any of you notice that I don't do something right, or you think it's gonna fall off or crash and kill me, feel free to leave a comment and I'll fix it. Okay, so here we go. Give the ratchet.
No.
Huh?
No.
See, we already lost the ratchet. There we go. So this is the total of tools that we used to do it yesterday. It's an 18mm socket, a 16mm socket. Those are for the bolts that hold the Nerf bar onto the brackets. And then the 13/16 is the one that we use to take the bolts off of the truck. Here we go. So, Owen, come under the truck and lay down and show them where the 3 bolts are. You might want to take the hat off and hold it up. Here we go. So as you can see, here's one, that's the middle one. And there's one down here, right there. I don't know how good that is. You see this one right here. And then the one on the back end, which Owen will point to as I'm trying to take this one out. Oh, and like I said, I don't know if this will be annoying or helpful, but definitely when you're screwing it on, put everything back on loosely until you get, you know, these 3 bolts tightened, and then the 3 bolts that mounted onto the bracket tightened, so that you can kind of wiggle it around and maneuver it and get it straight. That helps. All right, Owen, you can, I guess, go out from under the car and turn the camera off, and I'll take these bolts out and we'll start again. So here we go. We're getting ready to finish installing the Nerf bars. I took the body bolts off. You can see them laying on the ground. They've got the little spacers there, and they're ready to go. So the instructions do say, you know, don't use any impact tools or anything like that. Do it by hand. I guess there's an issue with the way the bolts come out and then going back in and staying into the frame or whatever. And so the company sends bolts to use But the instructions say for 2010 to 2012, use the bolts that are already on the truck, and this is a 2011, so we're going to do that. And oh, the other thing is that if you look at the instructions, you can tell that the small mounting bracket goes in the front. It doesn't look like the one in the picture, but there's two small ones, similarly looking like this. Obviously, they don't look too much alike, but you can tell that's the one, and then you can see the longer one goes in the back. So we've just laid them out that way, and now it's just a matter of, I guess, following the instructions and bolting them on. So we'll see if it goes as smoothly as it did yesterday. And so the front bracket goes, the frame bolt, or whatever you want to call it. Here's the spacer, knock some of the crap out of there, and obviously we need a lock nut, washer, then the bracket,
and
then the spacer. We've got our trusty little, like I said, I can't repeat it enough, I think, don't use impact tools. There's an issue with the bolts not going right back into it. The only thing I'm going to do that I can't do here right now is after we get it all put together, I'm going to take it over to my buddy Brian's house. You'll meet him in other videos. And I'm going to use a torque wrench to torque these to the correct torque rate. I don't know how many ever pound-feet it's supposed to be tightened up to. And so here we go. Under and putting the bolt back on. Or putting the bracket on. Now what I do, here it is. Awesome. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Alright. I guess you can stop filming, Owen, and we'll, I don't know, start at the next bracket. They don't need to see me tighten bolts. Okay, so Grayson's now putting on the bracket that hangs from the middle. It's sort of a flat bracket. I think it's a 13/16" socket. We've already talked about that. I guess I could hold it in place and make it a little bit easier for Mr. Grayson. He and Owen just graduated 8th grade. I don't know why that's important, but there's Owen. He's the brains. Grayson's part brains and part muscle. No, that's right. No, it's on upside down. Yeah, you're right. Wait. How bad is that? I don't even know if it's on upside down or not. I'm going to go look on the other side and see. Here's the one we installed yesterday. It looks kind of decent. And no, there's a little thing on it that's supposed to be facing down. As long as that thing's facing down. Yeah, this thing's that's perfect. That's the right way. I think, anyway. Yeah, it's angled down, right? Yeah, that's the correct way to do it. So there you go. I hope you can see pretty good. Maybe the correct way to do it. Grayson's... Actually, I wouldn't tighten it anymore. Right. It's just hanging on there. Yeah, we can move it around. Right. And now we're going to do... There's Grayson. Again, there's Owen. And there's our Aries 3-inch black side step bars. And Owen, would you mind doing the film? Remember, put it, yeah, under the spacer. In that middle.
This goes...
That goes on top of the bracket. Yeah. So, lock nut, washer. Bracket, and then, yeah, spacer. I love you, Owen. I made Owen smile. Yeah, right here. So, if a 51-year-old man and two 14-year-olds can do this in a pretty short amount of time,
a big 14-year-old.
A big 14-year-old, yeah. Grayson's kind of a big kid. And to be honest, Grayson probably has more experience with this stuff than I do. But like I said, do it yourself. It seems pretty easy, and you know, like definitely let me know if there's anything that you think I did wrong and you think it's gonna fall off and kill somebody. That'd be awesome if you would tell me, and then I'll fix it.
Hold that back up.
All right. It's not going back in straight. All right, so it's loose. Yep. It's ready to roll. All right, we got the 3 brackets on. Here we go. You're down that end. Let's do that one first. The bolt's already in there. And, huh? Yeah, it should be. So you're still filming? Awesome. So now it's 18mm socket is the one that we're using on the end bolts, and then it's a 16mm for the center one. And again, it was 13/16 for the frame mount bolts. All right. Come on over here and film sort of that way over.
Showed him not to loosen the brackets of all the brackets up at one time.
I did, yeah. Again, Grayson was just reminding us, don't tighten any of the bolts up until you've got them all installed, because there is a fair amount of wiggling and kind of, it's actually not a lot. It's pretty easy, but it's just, it goes easier if the bolts are loose, obviously. All right. Oh, will you hold that? All right, Grayson, let's hit it.
Go back that way.
Okay. This is the part that obviously would have been hard to do by yourself without somebody holding it, but yesterday while Grayson and I were messing around with it, turn the camera down a little bit. Grayson and I were messing around with it. You could pretty much lay under there and hold it up with your legs or under your stomach or whatever, and that's what I did when I mentioned earlier, when you first get these, they're not labeled left or right, at least mine weren't, and you just kind of lay on your back and get under the truck and hold the Nerf bar up, and it's obvious which side they go on, because the center ones are offset, so they only fit on one side. So just go under there, hold it up, and you'll see where what position the mounting points are, and that's how you choose your side. Sorry, Grayson. Did you get it started at all?
Yeah, it started.
Okay, so because I'm going to put this one in to kind of hold it. Yeah, a lot easier than it lined up yesterday.
Yeah, you know what I noticed?
This one too?
I didn't know you slide it. Like, you can slide, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, up and down, and yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah.
All right, so now, yeah. Owen, do you want to put this one in? On the end? Okay, good deal. So Owen's going to put this bolt in on the end on this side, and then we'll start. I'll hold it up for you. Go ahead, get under there. And, uh-oh, did I already mess it up? Oh, see, I'm filming the ground. All the stuff that I criticized Owen for doing, I just did. So, where's the... You know what's funny is I've been giving Owen crap the whole morning about where he's holding the camera, and now that I'm holding it and trying to help, I'm realizing that it's a lot harder to do.
Hey, you got it tight all the way up with your fingers?
Can you get it started with your fingers?
He got it, yeah.
You got it in? All right. Just do it just so it snugs, and then we'll loosen that. I'm sorry. So, Owen Rowe, please just do it until it snugs, and then what we'll do is we'll tighten the frame and body bolts. We'll tighten those, and then we'll tighten up the ones on the bracket that hold it. Again, there's my homeboy Grayson. I've known him since he was 4. He's a pretty good kid. I've known this kid, Owen, he's 14. I've known him since he was 0. He's a pretty awesome kid too. Yeah, I'm really realizing how difficult it is to get the camera in the right spot, and so I'm need to apologize to Owen about 10 times. I apologize. Love you.
Oh, dang.
Stuff's falling in your eye?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it snug? Alright.
There you go.
That should be fine, dude. So, Owen, come on out.
Well, it's not really.
I know.
Okay, got it.
Alright, yeah. So, obviously it's way loose and it's hanging down, and we're gonna turn the camera off and tighten up all the bolts and then stand on it and see if it holds us. Back in a minute. Putting on this back bracket here it's a little bit difficult to tighten because the wrench is so small and so short. So I would definitely, I mean, any mechanic with any decent tools is probably going to have an extension that will make this longer and it'd be much easier. And you have a better, you know, longer distance to kind of throw the handle so that it'll tighten faster. But like I said, if we can do it with these tools, anybody can do it really quick. If you've got a rack or a good set of tools, this is going to go way faster.
They already left?
Who? Daddy had to work.
So again, we're going to be filming lots of videos.
How much? Where's the other?
Grayson and Owen and I ride four-wheelers and dirt bikes. So does Scarlett, actually. Scarlett rides a little four-wheeler. Oh, you need to... Oh, okay, right. There you go, Grayson. And so we live out in the country in South Carolina, and we ride four-wheelers and dirt bikes and go out on the lake, and Scarlett does DIY stuff, and we'll probably be filming a lot of stupid stuff, but we're just trying to have fun and enjoy ourselves. See how much Owen is enjoying himself? All right. Oh, here it is. Actually, it's probably this one. Yeah. Good deal. Again, I'll have to apologize for criticizing Owen's camera handling because I don't think mine's been much better. And so, while Grayson's finishing up the last bolt, Sierra two-wheel drive. And ta-da! There's the other one. Now we're going to do the stress test. Open the door and get on. You and Grayson get on at the same time. Ooh, Chihuahua.
Went down.
Yeah, it looks like it has some flex in it. So, like I said, the last thing that we're going to do is go over to my friend Brian's house and get a torque wrench and make sure all the bolts are torqued up right. And so that's about it. 3-inch round Aries black Nerf bars on a 2011 GMC Sierra. Took us about 40 minutes, I guess, to do the one side while talking and wasting, you know, worrying about the video. I think any decent person could do both of them in less than an hour for sure. Because, like I said, I'm just figuring this stuff out for the first time. Peace.